Welcome to another training video. In this one, we are going to look at Calendly and the extension that you can get for within your Google Chrome browser to help streamline some of the stuff that you're doing within Calendly itself. So the first thing we need to do is install the extension. Now the extension is one of these little funny little things up here that sits in the top right hand corner of the web browser that just allows you to kind of automate and streamline some of the processes. They all do different things, but we're specifically going to look for the Calendly one. So if you open up a new tab and just type Chrome Web Store, if you can type it properly, then you want this first result here. And then up where it says search the store, just type in Calendly and hit enter. And it will eventually search for Calendly, and you want this first one here. So if we just add this to Chrome, and then we want to allow it, so we need to click Add Extension. And you'll see now it's popped this little C up in the top right hand corner. You can see this floating icon sort of bouncing around at it. So we need to do a couple of things before we can start using it. The first one is to connect the account. So if you click on it, oh, I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, it will ask you to enter your Calendly login details, and then you'll get a little dashboard that looks like this. So what this does is there's a few different ways you can use this. So say, for example, you are talking to someone on the phone. Instead of having to go and find all of your individual Calendly pages, you can simply click on the C and it will bring up all of the different options that you have for your Calendly bookings. Now, each one has a few different things. So if we look at the systems dive here, we can either add times directly to an email, we can create a single-use link, which means as soon as somebody clicks on it, that link can no longer be used again. So it's really great if you're wanting to allow people to be able to schedule time with you, but then not have access to be able to book that same amount of time later on. And then the other thing you can do is copy the link directly yourself. So really quick, handy little things to do. What we'll have a look at is if you're adding times to an email, if we click on that, it's going to say select up to 3 days that you would like to suggest. Now it is going to sync this to your calendar. I'll hook this up to a dummy calendar just for the purpose of this demonstration. So anything that's in blue shows you days that you have availability. So say I was sending this to someone and I wanted to see them Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. Simply click finish and share. And that's now copied the times to the clipboard. So you can open up a blank email, or I'm just going to place this into a Google Doc to show you. You can just then paste. So either Control V on your keyboard or right click and paste. And then it's going to pop the information here. So what it's done is it's taken the first 3 appointments that I have available on each of those days. Someone can then come along and simply click on this and it will take them through to book in that time and ask them any of the extra questions and things that you have. So if you don't want to send them direct to Calendly on a link, you can propose times in an email like that. The other things you can do is if we copy a single-use link, you'll see here if we paste this in, we'll just do it underneath, or actually we'll just delete that and paste it, you can see that this link here is different to my normal Calendly link. Now that's because it's that one-time use only link. As soon as somebody opens that up, that link is never going to work again. The other thing you can do directly from the extension itself is your ad hoc meeting. Now this might be a meeting that you need to do that doesn't fit with any of the other things that you've got set up here. So you can simply click new ad hoc meeting and it's going to open up like a little calendar. So it's effectively going to show your calendar. This is a great way also to be able to book times in that may overlap other events that you've got going on. So you can see here the stuff in grey is things that I've got booked into my calendar at the moment. So these are all obviously test events. So in here you can pick, you know, we want to do, say on this Wednesday where I've got a test event, I know that that's actually an office day and I want to give them an option, you know, from 2 to 2:30 to book a meeting. You can change the time, like the length of the time here, and you can also put in a location if you need to, but otherwise you can pick multiple times as well. You can then either create a link or you can finish and share. Now that's going to do pretty much exactly, if we paste this in here, it's going to do just like what we did when we were sharing times to email. So that's given them those specific times that can overrule my calendar. So if we were to click on this and go to this link, All it does though is simply grab a name and an email address. So it's picked it up just off like the default meeting setup, and then they can just go ahead. So it's automatically booking them in for that time slot that they picked up on. The other really cool thing with this is, now this is my friend Steph Sahalka's Calendly booking page. If someone sends you a Calendly link to book on and say, I want to know, I can see here that she's available Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. So if I click tomorrow, what this does is this is actually connecting to my calendar. So it's showing me that from tomorrow, Steph's got 10 and 10:30 available. I'm unavailable between 11 and 8. So Calendar's automatically put a green dot next to the only time that I'm available for that day. Same thing if we click on Thursday, you can see she's available all of these days. I'm also available all of these times as well, because it doesn't conflict anything that I've got going in on my calendar. And then the same thing on Friday as well. So that green dot and having it kind of check your own calendar is a really handy and cool little thing that you can do. The other really good thing about it, and we were talking about email before, is if I open up my Gmail and we can create a new email, and we've got it here. So in here, you can see that this little extension is now appearing in the bottom part of my email. So from here, I can actually create these same things that we were doing without having to click on the extension in the toolbar. So if we click event types, I can quickly grab, the Let's Chat link. It will copy. I can then come in and paste this directly into an email. So super quick, just saves you a lot of time. If you have any questions about the Calendly extension or how it works, please don't hesitate to reach out.